Hey everybody, it's KS Poppy, and I thought today I would show you some of my other games that I play besides the Flipline games. These are my Origin games. I have a couple that I got from Free Play that they give out for free that I downloaded, and then I have Spore Galactic Adventures, and the Creepy and Cute expansion pack for that. So I like to play those a lot. I have The Sims 2 that has every expansion pack and stuff pack for The Sims 2. And I have all the Sims 3, every single one of them that I've collected on Origin, so I play those a lot. I haven't played them on this new computer, so I don't have a lot of my custom content and everything on there. And then I have The Sims 4 here that I played for 88 hours. I played a lot. And I'm going to show you today how to create a character on The Sims 4, and I'm going to make me. I have a lot of me Sims. Alright, the first thing I'm going to show you is creating a Sim from a Sim you've already made and saved to your gallery. So we're going to go to create a new household, and that will bring up an automatically created random Maxis Sim from all the different body types and hairstyles from The Sims. It'll be completely random, boy, girl, age. So we're going to open the gallery, and you'll see the first thing as the community gallery. Then you'll see the library, and so you'll go to my library and you'll choose a Sim. This one is Poppy. You're going to replace the household, and there's your Sim. If you've already spent a lot of time creating the perfect Sim and you just want to start a new game, this is a great way to do it. Don't forget to save it to your library. I'll show you how to do that later. And if there's a few things you want to change or tweak about your character, you can do that in this screen before you save it and go into live mode. So if you want to change her lips or change her hair color, anything you want to do, now is the time to go ahead and edit. So there's my Sim. That's my favorite version of KS Poppy. I think it looks the most like me. I'll make a slightly different version later, just because I don't like having all my Sims look exactly the same. So, because we're not going to save this, I'm just going to exit to the main menu. Next, we're going to create a Sim from a randomly created Maxis Sim. This is just, we want to get in there, we want to play the game. We're not really all that interested in how our Sim looks right now. So we're going to just, hey look, this Sim popped up. So we're going to go with that. Her hairstyle and everything. So let's randomize a name. Lacey. Last name Shockley. So her name's Lacey Shockley. She'll, well, choose the way she walks. Okay, I don't really like that one. I really don't like that one. Snooty, no. We'll go with feminine. I don't like the tough walk. We'll go ahead and go with feminine. It's usually the one I choose. So then you have to choose an aspiration and some traits. I'll just kind of pick anything here.
Yarrow! Oh, Noom!
And maybe snobby.
So
I'm just choosing random traits. You can put a little more thought. You can change their voice however you want. But this is for those I just want to play, or I just want to add another Sim to my neighborhood. You can change their clothes however you want. She's dressed as a hot dog now with a cowboy hat. And then you could see all of her different outfits up there. Okay, maybe I don't want her dressed in a cowboy or in a hot dog outfit. So we'll just change it to that. But we're not going to save it, so we're going to go ahead and exit to the main menu. And that's how you just use a randomly created Sim. Next thing is creating a Sim from the community gallery. This is Sims that other people have spent the time creating and making, and they are kind enough to share it with the general public in the gallery. So you can open your gallery, you can press F4 or choose the button up there. Now right now I'm in my library. This is the stuff that I have in my library. So I'm going to go to community, And you can see all the different things here. You have everything. Households, lots, rooms. So to narrow it down, we're going to go over to this sidebar and we're going to choose households. And you can narrow it down even further by the number of people in households or the gender. So that's all over under advanced. But Aranda looks pretty good. So we're going to place her and we're going to replace the sim that we have in there because it generated that random sim. So now she's the only one in our household. Her hair is kind of cute. I like that. So she already has aspirations. She already has, you know, her voice chosen and everything. She has all her outfits. You can see all her different outfits here. If you want to change an outfit, you can, or you could just go to play. And you're ready to play. All the really hard work of making the sim has been done by someone else. So we'll go ahead and go back to the main menu and I'll show you how to create a totally new sim and save it to your library. This section is going to take the longest. So we're going to go to create new household. And it gave us a random male sim, young adult, and of course I want a female sim. Now I always try to, when I'm making a me sim or someone I know, I try to choose a sim whose features are as close to reality as possible. So I will randomize sims until I find one that I like, that I don't have to do a whole ton of modifications to. And we'll keep going until we find one we really like. Oh, this one looks pretty promising. I kind of like the facial structure. The body type is not my body type, but that is okay because we can change it. So let's go ahead and choose her walk. I like the feminine walk. It's the one I always choose. And she is a young adult. And you can mess with her voice if you want. I tend to try to do that at the beginning or else I forget about it and she ends up with some crazy voice that I don't like. Okay, now let's pick some aspirations. I'll mess with the voice a little bit more. Okay, now the aspirations. You can choose any of these that you want. There's creativity. I usually choose knowledge, and I choose Renaissance Sim because my Sims like to be good at all kinds of stuff. And I will pick some traits here. Family oriented. And a perfectionist. And one more trait. We could choose loner, but I really don't like the trait that goes along with that, so I'll choose creative. So those were my traits that I decided to choose there. And make sure you have all of this taken care of. Alright. Now, to modify your sim, sometimes they put them in baggy clothes, so I like to choose a tight-fitting tank top and shorts, or a swimsuit top and shorts, something that'll allow me to see my sim's body so that I can modify it the way I want before I dress her. So yeah, she looks silly in shorts and a bikini top with high heels, but right now I'm just modifying her. Alright, now you can change the size of the hips. My hips aren't all that big, so I'm going to move those in. And then you can go up to the face, and you can go into detail edit mode if you want. That's for very, very fine fine-tuning of the features. I'm going to try to do the cheeks. I might have to do this from the other view, from outside the detail edit mode, because my cheeks are more hollow than that. Yeah, this is just letting me change the jawline. So I'm going to have to go out of there to change the cheeks. So I'm going to bring these cheeks in some. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to move the eyebrows. It may just be the shape of these eyebrows. I don't know. It's probably the shape of the eyebrows, but if the brow ridge is sitting too high or too low, you can move it up or down. You see, so mine's a little bit higher, so I'll leave that up. You could change the size of her lips. Those don't really look like my lips. I might change those because they just don't look like me. And I'm making a me sim, so okay, I'm going to go ahead and so I can see more what it's going to look like. I'm going to change her eyes to green, which is the color of my eyes. I'm going to change her hair to red. It's the color of my hair. And I'm going to choose a hairstyle. That way I know how the features look. This looks pretty much like how I wear my hair most of the time. So there we go. That's my hair and my eyes. And now I'll be able to better see the features as to how they apply to my little sim. I'm going to choose a different nose here. You have to excuse me. I'm drinking coffee, so if you hear me take a drink, that's why. I'm going to choose a nose. I like that nose, so now we're going to go with a mouth. No. Definitely not. Whoa, no. Maybe. Nope. Okay, here we go. I like this one. So I'm going to make her lips a little bit smaller. I can do that from the detail edit mode, because my lips are not quite that full, and I definitely don't have a smile all the time. I've got a rather, my husband calls it a somber face, so I'm not going to smile so much there. Move my ears a little bit. There we go. Alright, now the eyebrows. Have to do something about those. No. Oh, yeah, I like those. Those will do just fine. So my sim is starting to look a lot more like me. As you can see, you know, you just change the different little things just to make it however you want it. Now you can go in, you could change, I always check the hair to make sure it's the same on every outfit, because sometimes it's not available on an outfit. If there are any accessories, I always remove the accessories because I'm going to dress my sim the way I want. So I want to start from scratch. So now, starting on every day, we have no accessories or anything. We're going to start with makeup, and I always do one piece of makeup at a time. In this case, eyeshadow. That way I know it's the same through all 6 outfits. So the first thing, the hardest thing, is figuring out which one you like. So I'm going to just take a moment here, and I'm going to figure out which eyeshadow that I like the best. Green looks pretty good. Not that kind of green. Oh, there's light green. And light green. You know, maybe I wanted it a little bit darker, because I do wear a lot of neutral tones. I don't really wear a lot of green. So there we go. I like that. So I'm going to go through on the same eyeshadow on every single one and make sure my look is consistent. Some people like to have different makeup for every single outfit. That's great. That's up to you. This is just the way I like my Sims. Okay, now choosing the eyeliners, the same thing. You choose one that you really like, and then you make sure it is the same across the board. All 6 outfits, if that's the way you want it. And I always like to do all my makeup and all my facial accessories all at one time. That way I don't accidentally forget to do them if I'm working with the outfits or whatever. It's already done, and I can see how her outfit is going to look with her makeup. Now they put some new blushes in here for go to work. I'm not exactly sure why they have a giraffe spotted blush, but I'm going to go with the Fred the Friendly everyday regular blush. And I think I'm going to go with the second box here because I like the way that looks on her. So I'm going to do that with all 6 outfits. Okay, and now I'm going to go to lipstick. And I'm just kind of playing with the lipstick here because some of these I haven't seen before. And let's try this one. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that one for all of them because this really does kind of match my neutral color palette that I generally wear. And since I'm making a Kansas poppy, then I'm going to make it like me. Next, I'm going to do earrings. I do have a favorite pair of earrings. They're peridot. That's my birthstone. So I'm going to make as many of these, the green peridot earrings, as I can. And this one doesn't give you the option, but I'll make green pearls. Close enough. And Sleepy apparently does not have earrings, but that's okay. And the green earrings. Okay. Now going back here, I wear glasses. So I'm going to choose a pair of glasses that I really like. We'll try those on. Those don't really look like me. Let's try these on. These look more like me. So I think I'm going to go with those. So now I'm just going to make sure that that is the same across all of them because I wear glasses all the time. Okay, maybe not those. I kind of like these, but maybe not that color. I'm thinking maybe blue. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with blue. I like blue. No. Now this is the great debate. I removed all the accessories, so I got to put her earrings back on, which is great. There's a little X button right there on the rotary dial that you can just hit X and take all the accessories off at once. I like the hat, but I don't really like it in... Okay, there we go. I like it in the black. I don't like it in the gray. And you can see the red X there. Okay, now I'm going to go with the blue. And I think that's going to look good with her for her swimsuit. Okay, now it's time to change this ugly little outfit that I was using to modify her. So let's choose a shirt. And you could just choose any shirt. There's all kinds of clothes that you could choose from. So we'll just choose any shirt. And then we'll go choose some pants and see how we like it. And if you don't really like the outfit, don't worry. You can change it. Now, my other sim that I have already showed you that I saved to my gallery, she's all dressed up and fancy. We'll give her some jeans. Because I'm from Kansas, country girl and all that, we'll throw some boots on and see how we like them. Oh, there's some boots. We'll try those on. You can see with some of the jeans, the boots go underneath the jeans. In other jeans I'll show you later, the boots will go over the top of them. It all depends on the particular kind of jeans. Now I don't like that outfit, so I'm going to start over. So we'll start with the top. So we'll pick an outfit. We'll pick this one just to see how it looks. I don't know if I'm going to be whippy on it. No. No, I don't really like that, so let's take it off. Okay. Now, to choose a shirt. I really am a jeans and t-shirt girl, so let's find me a nice t-shirt. You can see all the different designs if you scroll over. Oh, what's this one? Yep, there we go, a unicorn. I love it. So we'll choose it. And you can see there are different colors for different clothing items. So now I'm just kind of scrolling through to try to find some jeans. Here's some jeans. They look kind of distressed. You could see these are slimmer on her legs than the last ones. So the boots, I think, are going to go over the top of these. Let's try some boots and find out. Yeah, the boots are going to go over the top of these jeans. So it just depends on what you're wearing, on how the boots show. And there's how tennis shoes look with the jeans. And cowgirl boots. But I just wear regular tennis shoes, so there's my outfit. I kind of like that. So that's a really good, nice, everyday outfit. Now for the formal outfits, you could choose this button here for full body, or you can start from scratch and just remove everything and choose an outfit. So we'll choose a nice formal dress here. I don't like pink. I don't like the pink in that dress. This is kind of a tealish green. I was looking for something a little more green. My second favorite color is purple, so I really like that, so we'll go with that. Now for sports, I don't know what's up with this outfit, but we have got to change it. How about just a black tank top? That's awesome. And some shorts. Now we'll choose some different socks. And I don't need hiking boots for yoga, so we'll get some nice tennis shoes. Now that does look like something that I would sleep in. Nice loungy pants and a tank top. We'll just change the color there. And that looks good. Now for a party dress, see, some of these outfits you don't have to change a whole lot. Some of them you do. They're random when you start your character, so they'll give you some really weird outfits if you just don't look before you start your sim. I like this dress, but I want to change the shoes. So it gives you a little mini preview of how it's going to look. Okay, there, I like those shoes and that dress. And now for swimwear, I'm going to choose... There we go. I like that tank top, and I'm just going to choose some swimsuit bottoms. And I think I'm going to change the color of my shoes. Just nice little flip-flops. I'll change them to black to match my hat. And there we go. And that's my sim. And I've got her all nice and made. Kansas Poppy. So thanks for watching. Oh, I was going to show you how to save this to your gallery, so just make sure you have all your traits and everything. If you want to add another sim to your family, you can. So you can randomize this from your gallery, you can undo, you can randomize it, or you will lose all your work. When you hit play, you can choose the cloud button to save it to your library. And you can put a description or whatever, but as long as you hit the save button there, that will have her available for you next time you play, or if you want to start a new game. So now the next video will be about moving her into her house. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any requests for the sim videos. Bye.